What's up, YouTube, Facebook, whatever? This is Prophet Rod Spurgeon, True Authority. I'm gonna talk about some stuff that's gonna expose them who took from me and who all is involved. Number one on my list, the government. They know about this check I'm supposed to be getting. That's huge. You know what I'm saying? They don't want me to get it, so they got Augusta, Georgia, and the senator and House of Representatives and all them. The president knows. They got all them. They got Augusta wanting to do evil, but God ain't gonna let no evil come nigh my dwelling. He ain't gonna let nothing happen to me. And I'm feeling a strong stirring, a pull right now to speak, to be bold and speak judgment. I'm gonna start prophesying in a second, so I'm gonna continue this. Before I do that, I'm gonna start talking about what's going on. People, it started. I know I posted a lot of videos about the coming judgment and spiritual warfare concerning murderers and Social Security and folk disregarding me. Like when you disregard somebody, you continue to basically blot them out of the picture so they're no longer there. You know what I'm saying? That's what Augusta and the government wanted to do to me. You know what I'm saying? And my mom and dad is involved, but they're not gonna tell the truth. And they connected to some folk that's not being truthful, and you know what I'm saying, they know about money. See, what happened was, when I was in the world, I'm just gonna keep it real. When I was in the world, I lived a life of sin. I smoked, drank, partied, club, thug, whatever you want to call it. I did what I was supposed to do at that time, concerning my nature. Mom and dad wasn't saying I was crazy. So I want to say about maybe after I got saved, you know what I'm saying? After I got saved, that's when mom and dad started saying I was crazy. So as they began to say that I was crazy, and the person you just see walk past just now, they got the car at just coincidentally, they just got out the car and just go inside. But we know the deal. Everybody that's in this city can see me on YouTube. They can hear my phone conversations. This city is government status, like the state of Georgia. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't no dummy, but I know they want to swallow me up. You know what I'm saying? And throw me away and take what's mine. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, back to what I was saying. There were people, that I was going to church with. I'm not gonna say their name, but I was going to church, and my mom and dad started saying I was crazy. Started saying I needed mental help. So about a year later, following me backsliding, you know what I'm saying, there was, before that, year earlier, during that time when they were saying I was crazy. They wasn't saying I was crazy when I was out in the streets doing what I was doing. I ended up getting saved, and they started. So what's up out there? Back what I was saying, I had to make another part two because I ran out of room. But like I was saying, I decrease right now that the Father may use me to be bold, to stand firmly on what is the truth. Continually, in Yeshua HaMashiach's name, I pray. I release the blood of Yeshua through these videos. Whoever watches them, the blood of Yeshua is being activated. No matter who watch it, even if you watch it, Rod, the blood of Yeshua is being activated. And the fire of the Holy Ghost is terminating everything which comes to harm you. And I will not be harmed, says the Holy One. I thank God for his presence. I thank God for his glory, which I'm releasing now. I release the presence of God throughout this video right now. That it overtake everybody who watches. And it purifies Facebook in Yeshua's mighty name. And whoever watches is wherever it goes. Wherever it's played in Yeshua's mighty name. Let the fire of God burn up and destroy every tormenting spirit, every lying and mocking spirit, every murder plan, plot, strategy, hidden agenda, secret enemies, which are being revealed and exposed right now in Yeshua HaMashiach's name, unseen enemies, internal enemies, external enemies, in Yeshua's mighty name. And everybody I'm connected to, let them be purified and blessed. I prophesy blessings to the just, and judgment to the ones who are not sitting still with this foolishness that they're doing all over the city and all over the world, whoever's connected. Because I believe it's more people that's connected than just Augusta and Florida and South Carolina. But yeah, let's get started back to what I was talking about. So anyway, y'all, yeah, excuse me for a second, do something. But back to what I was saying. The Huntington Apartments. I moved out of my parents' house, and I finally got into some apartments of my own. But while I was staying there, before I moved to the Huntington, or after I moved to the Huntington, I just felt led to go online and look up the reviews for the apartment complex. Folk were saying there are murderers, there were killers who stayed there, they was trying to kill them, and folk breaking into their apartment, XYZ. I experienced the same thing. And I noticed when I went on Facebook, right after I saw the reviews for the Huntington Apartments, right after I saw the views for the Huntington Apartments, I posted it on Facebook. And immediately I went back to the website for the Huntington Apartments. It's now called the Metropolitan now. They changed it up since I've been gone. I've been moved out of there since 2014 when I went to go marry my wife. I went back to the website where you can look and see the reviews, and they removed it. They removed it quick. You know what I'm saying? So we all know when a liar continues to lie, they don't want to be found out. A liar must lie. They must continue to lie because that's what they like. They feed off of lies. They believe their own lies. They don't want to quit lying because if they get found out that they're a liar, they're going to lie some more. And they ain't sorry that they caught. They just mad they can't lie no more. Like folk used to bully you in school, get mad when they can't bully you or misuse you or can't use you. You know what I'm saying? Folk get mad when they can't use you, and that's a typical situation here in Augusta, Georgia. I don't know about any other state, but I've known that, folk are the same from high school on up to adulthood here in this city. They just ain't gonna tell the truth. So basically, I was living at the Huntington, and then I just noticed some crazy stuff going on. And on that side of town, I was living on the Wheeler Road. I just, when you a prophet and you pick up stuff in the spirit, you're not crazy. You're not dumb. It's not that you don't know. It's not that what you're seeing is not real. If you start to begin to study about witchcraft and study about how it works in the church and how it works in the government and in the land and the earth, you start, your eyes start to open up. Like they say, realize. You know what I'm saying? Realize them lies again. So when you begin to see what's really going on, when you start studying about, just on the real, you know what I'm saying? The Huntington Apartments was practicing witchcraft on a daily. You know what I'm saying? There were folk with the Illuminati symbol tattooed on their chest. There were folk breaking into my apartment. It was a guy that was staying next door to me that was killing folk. He was literally murdering people. I heard folks screaming in my next door, because he stayed next door to me. And the walls was, you could hear people screaming over there. You know what I'm saying? He come walking out the door one day and, you know, saw me and ran back in. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had this mean, crazy look on his face. You know what I'm saying? He, you know, he didn't have no rug on his floor. You know, I believe he was burying folk beneath the carpet, beneath the floor. You know, he just wasn't telling nobody. Body parts. You know what I'm saying? It was, you know, he was just had bleach covering the floor, but every apartment there had carpet in it. But he had his carpet pulled up and he was living off of hardwood. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else had hardwood floor in there. You know what I'm saying? Enough about them. Back to what I was saying, you know what I'm saying? So I moved from, it was just something demonic covering the city. Now, all of a sudden, I'm seeing folk, you know, I'm gonna use this wallet and I'm gonna make an example. This is gonna be my phone. Let me hear what the Lord is saying real quick. Okay, back to what I was saying. You know, during that time, I was, you know, I didn't have a car. I was, you know, getting ready to get one. And, you know, I had been at the 100 for about a year now. Close to it. But during 2013, you know, I got put in the mental institution. They tried to murder me in the mental institution. They wanted to. You know, they were trying to set me up. You know, and there was already people getting killed at Georgia Regional Hospital. There was, you know, I seen blood on the bathroom walls. Folk, you know, when I saw it and noticed something about it, you know, they hurry up and clean the blood off the walls. And it was a murder that happened, but they blamed somebody. You know, it was the young folk that was killing folk. It wasn't the older people that worked there for years. They blamed the older guy for, you know, for killing somebody that died. But it didn't happen that way. So later on, I got out of Georgia Regional and, you know, I see people, you know, I noticed something funny going on. So folk was taking money. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And folks say, well, why you think folks stealing from you? You know what I'm saying? Look, the government, see these papers right here? This is what, I'm going to turn it so you can see it. Okay. You see this? That says, right there where it says, he is disabled. His disability began on December 21st, 1978. You know how much money that is owed to me? But see, that's the money that was stolen because my mom knows about it, because when she saw the paper, she found it in a bag at her house when we was moving back with my ex-fiance, because that was the paperwork for the payee or whatever. But blah, blah, blah. Skip forward. She thought I doctored the paper up. I don't want to go to jail. Why would I do that? So, you know, she didn't want me to have that paper. So I went back to the Social Security office to ask for that in 2012, going into 13. They acted as if I was doing something wrong when I told them, you know, I wanted that paper because I'm entitled to it. They didn't want to give it to me. So I told them God was going to bring judgment on them next time I come back if I find out they was lying. Well, they banned me from Social Security and they want me to come back because that right there. And to this day, Social Security office here in Augusta, Georgia gives me problems every time I call them. Every time. They treat me like some retard. But every Social Security office outside of Augusta or the national line, they don't give me no problem. They give me whatever I ask for. I know what you're up to, Social Security office on Robert C. Daniel Parkway here in Augusta, Georgia, and you in trouble. You took from me. You stole from me. You helped the people get money that did not belong to them. So when you get, and this was prophesied that this whole situation I'm talking about was going to be on the news. So I noticed folk all over the city, you know, they got their phone, and they when they see me, they be like, you know what I'm saying, looking suspicious. And when they're around me, they be like, so when I walk up, they go click, 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 and be looking at me like. You know, it's folk that they go to the grocery store and they wait on me to buy stuff. I'm gonna make a part 3 in a second because this one about to go out. But you know what I'm saying, there's more to be told about this, and I'm gonna continue to talk about this because folk need to know the truth. And a lot of folk are they're in danger, they're in trouble. I'm not in danger, I'm not in trouble. I won't be killed, I will not be judged. How y'all doing? I'm back. This is part 3. Really, the truth is, you know, in this, see, I'm gonna show y'all how serious this is. You know, folk think I'm stupid. I know the police watching me because I post these videos and they're all connected. Everybody can listen and tap into what I'm saying. He paranoid. No, okay. When I was in this parking lot, I done shot 2 videos. There were no police in this in this parking lot. But now all of a sudden, I done come back to the parking lot. I had to make a run. I came back. Now you look over there. You see that right there? See that car parked over there by the entry? That's a police officer. You know what I'm saying? Like, number one, y'all don't scare me. You know what I'm saying? You don't really scare me. So I know y'all watching me now while I'm doing this because it's a way you can watch this as I'm recording. You know what I'm saying? But I don't care if you're watching, as long as you need to be watching. Letting you know that the stuff that you think gonna happen to me really gonna happen to you. It's not gonna happen to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, on the real, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real with you. Back to what I was talking about. You know, we were in, like I was saying, I was living at the Huntington. And it was stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? Murder and witchcraft, folk breaking in my apartment. It's like the lady had posted on a review on the internet, on the website for the apartment complex. So, you know what I'm saying? Everybody in their walk with Christ has to be delivered from something. I needed to be delivered from fear at the time. So it was a point I was so scared, man. I was scared to stay in my apartment. I thought somebody gonna kick the door in and murder me, gun me down right then and there. So I was literally sleeping at the chapel at Doctor's Hospital here in Augusta, Georgia. I was sleeping in there. Like, I would go there and I would pray, talk to the Lord. I talked to my fiance at the time, Valencia. You know what I'm saying? I was, talking to her on the phone. And, you know what I'm saying? I would eat there. I would bring food, groceries, you know what I'm saying? Go change clothes, shave, and somebody texted me. It's my mom. But anyway, bring all kind of stuff, and I would stay there and eat and do the things I was doing, read and pray, and, you know what I'm saying? I was scared to go home because I knew folk wanted to murder me because they wanted the money, but they wanted me dead, so I wouldn't say nothing about the money they was taking. So I noticed everywhere I went, it was stuff going on in that area where I was staying up there off of Wheeler Road. So basically, you know what I'm saying, I didn't really didn't, you know what I'm saying, procrastinate on trying to find out what was going on. So I would go to the FedEx up there off of Robert C. Daniel. You know what I'm saying? I would go to that FedEx office. And, I would notice when I walked into the FedEx office, folk would come in and be printing out checks. They print out, you know what I'm saying? They print out documents. They printing out tax forms, cheating on their tax forms. I'm in at 3 o'clock in the morning one night because a guy was letting me come up in there and he was showing me his card. He was his FedEx, employee card where you can use it to get on the computer and stuff. He would let me get on the computer for free. You know what I'm saying? He ain't working there no more, but I ain't gonna say his name. But you know what I'm saying? He was on the computer. I was like on the computer about 3 o'clock in the morning. So I was, you know what I'm saying, basically I was on the computer and some guys came in, this black guy. You know, I don't know if he well known, but he looked like a little dweeb, little dork, but he used to work at the mall and one of the booths. He don't work there no more. I'm gonna tell you why he don't work there no more. This dude was in there with a bunch of Mexicans. Like, it was one Mexican and a bunch of other white boys, some hippie looking boys. So I'm on the computer, whatever, and I got my song playing, My Last Chance. I play, you know, my last chance to do my dance and be real. This is how I feel, so I'm sorry, and I plead your blood. So I was playing that song on, you know, through my music. You know, I had a thumb drive, I believe, or a CD that was playing. So I had a CD that was playing, and as the CD was playing, you know what I'm saying, it was playing the song, and the guy, you know, black guy, he had to be younger than me. He was off in the corner on the computer or whatever, and he printing something out. And I'm looking, and I didn't know what he was printing out. But, you know what I'm saying, the guys over there talking, they was like, yeah, parties, for real? You know what I'm saying? And the Mexican guy kept saying, you know, we get to have orgies and stuff like that. I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know, listening, and then all of a sudden, the dude was, you know, he had the white boy get up. Excuse me. He had the white boy come over there. He was already over there, but he had him go to the table where he was at, next to him, near closer to him, and had him sign on the paper. And in the one he had to sign, when he got through signing that paper, the black dude was like, you just sold your soul to the devil. I said, are you for real? So, like, I didn't take that lightly. I knew what was going on, but I was spooked. I was like, I thought this stuff was only on YouTube, you know. I thought this stuff was only in the music industry. But the dude selling souls, I mean, had folk selling souls. He was recruiting for whoever, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So, basically, I was like, I couldn't fathom what I was looking at. You know what I'm saying? It was really, it blew me away. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't really figure it out, like, why they were doing stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know why. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't know why, like, what was going on. You know, and I noticed that whole side of that area, that town over that side of town where the McDonald's and the DoubleTree where I stayed at, it was just dark and demonic and creepy. Like, every time I turned around, it was something spooky going on, and it wasn't even Halloween. You know what I'm saying? So, like, all of a sudden, you know, I'm walking down the road from there one night, and as I'm walking down the road from there, finna go home, I went to Walmart, because I'm seeing how folk was. I didn't know exactly how they were getting away with it, but they was going to Walmart and getting money, and you know what I'm saying? I didn't know what it was all about. I promise you I didn't. And like, I went to Walmart one night, then I left from Walmart, and I went back to my apartment. On my way back to the house, a white Cadillac was riding the opposite way, like going towards that area, as I'm going back the other way, like going towards the Huntington where the DoubleTree was at. So as I'm going back, the DoubleTree is a hotel. Most of y'all know what that is. But I'm going back to the hotel, and the white car ride past me and say, you going down? Yell out the car. Dude yelled out the car saying, you going down? So I was like, I said, wow. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up, you know what I'm saying, kept walking and went home. So as I went home, you know what I'm saying, like, I was so scared that I had stopped cleaning up my apartment. I was so scared I had stopped, you know, I was praying, but it was like, fear had a strong grip on me. I was paralyzed. Like, I was, you know what I'm saying? So it was just so much going on. I had papers and stuff all over my floor. I had warfare papers. I had papers that I dug out of the trash from the FedEx office. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was digging paper out of the trash because the papers, I was trying to figure out, I was looking for clues. I was looking for answers. I was looking for details. I was looking for stuff that folk were doing that they was getting away with. Maybe like if I read this, or I'm seeing GoFundMe accounts, I'm seeing PayPal. I'm like, what's this PayPal? What is that? I never heard of PayPal. So, like, you know what I'm saying? So I went to the store and I got a PayPal card, but I didn't know how to use it. I had no PayPal. I didn't know how they connected. You know what I'm saying? And I really didn't understand. I really didn't understand what all was taking place. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people in the city who work witchcraft, like when they see me talk about this in public, when I talk to other folk about this, like I was in a gas station. And this is how I knew this. This is how I knew I was telling the truth. I was in a gas station on Wheeler Road, and it's the Kangaroo. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, I'm telling, like, you know, saying, like, you know, God finna. I just got through making the coming judgment video. That's the first video. The first video was awesome, boy. I'm talking about scared me, boy. I was scared to watch it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how serious it was. The second one, I'm gonna have to go back and remake that one again. I gotta go back and do it like I did before, so folk can understand how serious this thing is. Folk was really scared of watching this video. Folk didn't want to watch it. Folk saw it. I sent it out to folk. Folk would text me back and say, "Don't send me that mess no more." That's because they were involved. You was involved. You knew what you was looking at was the truth, and you didn't want to say you ain't want nothing to do with it. You didn't want to watch it. But that's what you were doing. You were stealing from me. You knew you was in connection with some kind of way with this thing. So at the same time, I ended up, you know what I'm saying, going to, you know what I'm saying, the gas station, and I wrote down the video and I gave it to this girl. I said, you know, get out of Augusta, you know what I'm saying, they finna bring martial law to Augusta and all that kind of stuff, you know, the God finna destroy this city, XYZ, blah, blah. So, you know what I'm saying, God was finna do something to this city. Yo, I'm back again. This part 4. But like I was saying, you know, it was a lot of crooked stuff going on Robert C. Daniel Parkway, and like it's just funny. It was all around that area where the Social Security office was at. See, y'all could think that I won't understand, but let me help you understand something. Let me help you understand something. Let me give you some understanding. When you got somebody on your side that's God, he's going to fight for you and deliver you from everything that so easily besets you. Anything that would think about harming you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of folk think I'm going to be killed, but see, that ain't what's on God's mind. That's what's on y'all's mind. And his thoughts are higher than y'all's thoughts. His ways are higher than y'all's ways. Long as I stay in the realm of obedience, God got me covered. Ain't nothing going to happen to me. I'm covered. But like, you know what I'm saying? I want you to realize what else is going on. Okay, so skip that part about Robert C. Daniel, but that whole area on Wheeler Road, you know, it was just dark. I was just seeing people with, like, it just got demonic. I was like, man, what is going on? Like, really, what is going on? Like, is it? Yeah, I'm telling you, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't. I just knew I had a funny feeling. I hadn't made the video yet of the coming judgment. And it's gonna be in the description, so you can check it out. You know what I'm saying? And watch it to completion, and you'll get somewhat of an understanding about what I'm talking about. But once again, you know what I'm saying? You see this right here? Let's see these folk being stupid right now, but let's see. You see that right there? Oh no, I ain't gone yet. And you see that right there? It says right there. You see that? His disabling. His disability began on December 21st, 1978. You see that, right? Okay, so what make you think that you're going to get away with what you're doing? Because, see, the Lord already spoke to me and told me everything that was stolen from me. Okay, let me talk about these new cars everywhere you go. Everywhere I go, I'm seeing new cars pop up everywhere. Everybody got a new car. People in the hood got a new car. You know what I'm saying? How they getting a new car? What they getting a new? I mean, what? Like how you stay in the hood in Augusta and you driving a Mercedes Benz?
How you stayed in the hood and you got a brand new car? Yeah, it ain't got nothing to do with, what folk don't think I know is the money is given out. People are getting more money. People are getting more because the Social Security is giving, they funding folk, and my mom and dad have got a lot to do with this. They passed out money throughout this whole city. They don't want to remove guardianship from me. Because if they remove guardianship from me, then we're gonna talk about that later. We're not gonna talk about that, because see, that's the blessing. But watch this. The Lord told me everything that was stolen from me gonna be returned to me, including that which was bought with what you stole. You stole the money, and what you bought with it gonna be, look, I'm gonna get the money and what you bought with it. So I ain't gotta do no shopping. I'm just gonna get it. God gonna vindicate me, and they're gonna return everything the devil stole from me. So regardless, if I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. You know what I'm saying? There is a lot of people. There's a lot of witchcraft that's going on in the city, and folk don't want to quit. But if they don't quit, churches are involved. There's a lot of church folks. It's going to end up dropping dead, and a lot of folk that stole gonna end up going to jail. You know what I'm saying? The church is gonna shut down. I stand before you as a prophet of God and tell you no lie. Like Paul said, I lie not. I tell you no lie. God is getting ready to move in such a way that if you don't stop, you're going to be right in front of his move and you're going to get knocked out the way. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how hard you is. You just know. You got brand new cars popping up all over the city. Got car dealerships popping up all over the city. Everybody getting a new car. But every time I went, folk with no credit getting a car. I seen homeless folk that end up with checks in the next go round. I see them again from one point. The first time I see them, they just homeless. They on the street. You know what I'm saying? And a few weeks later, ain't nowhere to be found. And the next thing a lot of them got killed. You know what I'm saying? Because police officers killing folk. You know what I'm saying? And cutting folk bodies up with chainsaws and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like these haunted houses, it really they are, you know what I'm saying? They killer houses, you know what I'm saying? Like that. I ain't gonna say that, but check this out. It's a lot. Like, okay, for instance. Good night, Prophet. All right, see you later. Hold on one second. So yeah, back to what I was saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Huntington Apartments was basically where this all began. You know what I'm saying? This is 2013, back, when all this went down. And I really, I'm really not afraid no more to tell the story. Because see, when you scared, you won't speak. You keep your mouth shut. And you won't be able to speak out against what's going on. You won't be able to expose nothing. So God had to bring me through a bunch of trials and tests as a young budding prophet, and learning about the prophetic and learning about spiritual warfare and going through a deliverance and getting delivered from fear and all kind of stuff. I got delivered. So now, I've increased in the anointing, increased in the authority of God to where I can boldly speak out loud about what's going on, exposing folk, exposing the mess, uncovering stuff that's going on. And I bind and destroy every backlash, vindication, and retaliation from any voodoo, witchcraft, murder plot in the name of Yeshua. I loose the fire of God throughout this whole segment that I'm doing, and every video I declare through every video that I record, the fire of God and the blood of Yeshua is going to terminate every assignment against my life in Yeshua's mighty name. Even throughout the whole videos that I'm recording, before I ain't even got to say it no more, it's done in Yeshua's name. But basically, I don't tell nobody my secrets of warfare like you think I do, but I don't. But I will tell you this right here. I'm gonna go back to what I was talking about. A lot of people didn't think that I would survive when I went to Georgia Regional. When they think I won't come out of this trial. They think, they getting away. It's more. It's so much stuff that's going on. Like, for instance, when you have been labeled a troublemaker at every church you go to. But then when you learn about the Jezebel spirit and then you start seeing what's going on and you go through a trial like what I'm going through concerning this whole city stealing from me or whatever and doing what they do, then your eyes become open and you be like, wait a minute, it ain't even about me being a troublemaker in church. That's just a cover up to cover up what you really don't want to talk about. I ain't stupid, I ain't dumb. Y'all can say what you want to say, but playing with God can get you killed, it can get you hurt. I'm not gonna play with God. It was some stuff. I'm gonna be bold. I'm gonna be transparent. This is some stuff that I was doing recently I should not have been doing. You know what I'm saying? And I had to really cut that out because see, the anointed, the stronger the anointing, the stronger the judgment. You know what I'm saying? As much as given, as much as required. I can't play with God. I'm gonna keep it real with you. 100, 1 million. You know, so keep it 100 Jesus, 100 with Yeshua with you. I can't play with God like you boogers can play with God. Churches around here are so filled with Jezebel demons. When you walk in and you already know what Jezebel look like, their job is to rock you to sleep, make you believe what you're looking at ain't really what you're looking at. They lie to you, they play, they're not genuine, they fronting, but we know the whole story. It ain't about me being still and getting calm and having a balance. And it ain't about none of that because y'all boogers is stealing. I'm talking about I would go into a church and every time I turned around, they were getting a new car every week. Folk in the parking lot got new cars every week. And I was like, what in the world? And then when I made the video and I went back and watched the video and then read my Jezebel book, and God would open my eyes and give me a revelation and speak truth and reveal hidden things that's going on. This about to be a part 5 to this because this video about to go out. But I'm trying to speak as fast as I can for it do. But the more God's revealed to me, the more I knew I was telling the truth. The more I knew I was seeing what I was seeing. Like Juanita Bottom said in the video breaking the Jezebel spirit on YouTube. She said, you thought if you share this with somebody, they think you crazy. You ain't crazy. You is not crazy. See, when you start uncovering Jezebel and you learn about Jezebel and you, then you start seeing everything else, but then God start uncovering stuff around you, showing you who really for you, who really playing, who really not for you, who really want to kill you, who really want to assassinate your anointing, want to discredit your ministry, want to rob you of your identity, all kind of stuff. But when you really find out the truth, like I done found out the truth, folk in this city get ready to go to jail. They don't think they going to jail, but they think they sit around. Some of y'all sitting next to somebody right now, don't believe nothing he's saying. He ain't, don't believe that. It ain't even that serious, bro. Bro, just talking. But see, like Tupac says, you can tell the people when you roll with whatever you want, but you and I know what's going on. You and I know what's going on. When the crowd ceases, you and me, you can talk all that noise. You and I we really know what's going on, don't we?
Yeah. I'm back. You know what I'm saying? I done made it back to my humble abode. You know what I'm saying? Which is the apartment I live in. The Lord said, speak the truth. So I'm gonna speak the truth. A lot of people put their mouths on me because they already cursed before they put their mouth on me. That's the only reason they do what they do. And they put their mouth on me to try to camouflage and cover up what they really got going on. The money situation, you know what I'm saying? The citywide, statewide, worldwide incantation involving murder plot, witchcraft work and stuff going on that's going on. And you know, a lot of folk think they getting away with what they doing, you know what I'm saying? But I'm here to tell y'all not so. You know what I'm saying? It's been too many prophecies coming forth about what's getting ready to happen to the city and what's getting ready to happen with me concerning the money that was stolen from me is going to be given back to me. Now, back to what I was speaking about when I was talking to y'all earlier about what was going on in the city. So, you know, during that time, you know, I was living at the Huntington Apartments. Skip fast forward past that. I had my True Authority page on Facebook. You know, I got one that's called True Authority on Facebook right now. But I had one before that, and it was called True Subject Authority. And the email address was an email address that was connected to it. And, you know what I'm saying, judgment is upon whoever stole my email and my Facebook page. Now, let me tell you what happened. I was at the Apple store. Okay. Lord don't want me to, he don't want me to release that. But I'm going to say this right here. They both got hacked.
So you know what I'm saying? I mean, the library. When I go to the library, folk are not even. Okay, just Lord, let me tell you what's getting ready to happen to you. On the real, church folk gonna drop dead because they know the Ten Commandments and they going against it. There's other scriptures in there besides the Ten Commandments that tell you. It says, "Let him that stole steal no more." I'm gonna make the coming judgment video like I made it the first time when it was real scary, and I had to delete it, and I should not have deleted it. But I listened to somebody and they told me to delete it, and I shouldn't have deleted it. I'm gonna go back and redo the video, and it's gonna be twice as scary. It's gonna be twice as scary to a lot of folk. Folk gonna be horrified. They ain't gonna understand. It's gonna be horrifying to you, but it's gonna be glorious in God's sight. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of folk, a lot of preachers gonna drop dead. I'm not gonna be one of them. Okay, I'm listening to the Lord. You see me pause, the Lord be speaking to me. So you know, He speak when He want to speak, and if you got an ear to hear, He said, "If any man have if any man have an ear to hear, let him hear what the Spirit is saying unto the church." I'm the church, so God has allowed me to hear what thus saith the Lord, so I'm gonna listen. So He always speaking. It just matter if we're gonna listen or not. And I don't always listen like I'm supposed to, but I didn't get this far by not listening. You know what I'm saying? So anyway. Church folk gonna be dropping dead. Preachers who stole from me, who wanted me murdered, they gonna get caught up in extortion, caught up in scandalizing, you know what I'm saying, scandals and fraud, Social Security fraud. Let's talk about the Social Security office. The Social Security Administration is in deep trouble. See, folk think that, you know, the election gonna take place and then after the election and, you know what I'm saying, whatever gonna happen, and I ain't gonna get that money. You're wrong, because that ain't what God said. As long as I be obedient to God, He gonna bless me. I don't care what y'all talking about. God getting ready to bring the blessings to the children of God who are obedient. Those who ain't gonna see the judgment of God. It's the latter rain, and it is now the latter rain. It is now the latter rain. See, when I told y'all, when I told y'all a while ago that I was gonna be making some videos and it's gonna be coming soon, it came, didn't it? And what you saw, a lot of folk didn't really want to take heed to it. You know what I'm saying? They thought I was just playing and joking and jiving and wasting my time. You know, I ain't got nothing else better to do. But see, this is my assignment. As long as I'm in the city, I'm here to expose who my assignment is. Who is my assignment? What my assignment is, uncovering and reveal who stole from me. That's my assignment. I can't die. I ain't supposed to die. I will not die, but live to declare the glory of the Lord, the wonderful works of the Lord. And there's a lot of folk in the city who took from me, I see every day. And let's be real. It's folk on Facebook that are connected to the elite, the Illuminati, and they think I don't know. I pray about it. Let me show y'all how I pray. I pray. I say, Father, is such and such, such and such. Is they lying to me? Is they being for real? Are they telling the truth? Are they stealing from me? Are they involved? Is what's going on at the church? Are they lying? Okay, Lord, how you want me to get paid? What you want me to do today? And you know, if I ask him one question at a time, I sit there. I mean, God can say what He want to say, but when I get quiet and talk, I go to Him and I ask Him questions, and I get quiet, and He starts speaking to me. He answer me specifically what I want to know. So, and I want y'all to know that it's folk on Facebook that folk I grew up with here in this city. That's Facebook friends. They think I don't know that they're part of the Illuminati. They think I don't know they stole from it. They think I don't know nothing just because they own Facebook, and they think I don't have to be around them. Man, I asked somebody. I'm looking on Facebook, and somebody was posting something about. They said, folk got $9 an hour jobs, and they can take more vacations than me in a month or a year, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I commented and started putting my videos in the comment slot, and the woman who heard it, she was in Florida, and I was telling her it was going on in Augusta or whatever, and blah, 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 same stuff I'm telling y'all now. She said, I was planning on moving there. I guess not. Not now. I wasn't trying to discourage her from coming here. I was trying to warn her about what's coming up. Because see, folk coming to this city just to get involved in that murder plot, just to get involved in that money scam, that money scheme. They just get involved because they know I'm here in Augusta. And some other folk, the money is here in Augusta. So, and I want to be clear. I'm not telling nobody out there that you have permission from me to steal that money. I'm not saying the opposite, none of that. I'm telling you, you better stop. Matter of fact, I'm not even trying to warn you. I already warned y'all. I done made so many videos. I done talked about it. I walk up in the streets. Okay. Okay, I hear you. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Spirit of the Holy One. I walked up to folk in the street, pulled up to folk at the light, stopped folk in passing, coming to the store, whatever, and be talking to them, be like, look, I wanted to warn you. It's a major scandal and a major scheme going on all over the city and the state of Georgia. Folks stealing from me. It's some money else that was millions of dollars stolen from me. Folks stealing from me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just here to warn you. If you involved in any kind of way, disconnect yourself and return what you took back to the person it belongs to. Not to the people who gave it to you, but the one who you know it belongs to. And you won't get in trouble. But God is getting ready to bring judgment to this city and state. God is getting ready to move. If I was you, I would disconnect yourself, get uninvolved with what's going on. Please stop before you hurt yourself. I was out warning folks just like that. One dude, I pull up at the light, and I told him that. He was jamming to his music. When I told him that, before the light even changed back to green, he would turn and looking at the light with his mouth open like, he was in awe, like, oh my God, I'm in trouble. He had a brand new truck too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Look. It's going down. I don't care. Look, nobody gonna murder me. Nobody gonna harm me. I put that in the atmosphere with all boldness and sincerity of the throne of judgment. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing to me. Thus saith the Lord. Now, this concludes this, and I'm letting y'all know, the ones who don't know God that's involved, you're gonna receive jail time for up to a year, because God gonna show mercy, because I've been praying for y'all. And there's some people that's involved in it that's going to get some serious jail time, because they're the main culprits. They're not going to be like the ones that didn't know God. Y'all have a blessed day. And remember, a sin or a crime is thought about before it's committed. It's always thought about before it's committed. Selah. Peace.